Costco is not really in the business of selling bulk groceries. The giant carts, the pallets, the cheap fuel, and the membership card are not the whole business. They are the entry points. Behind them is a system designed to turn one shopper into something far more valuable. A paying member, a repeat customer, a high-spending executive member, a fuel buyer, a delivery customer, and sometimes even a traveler. The warehouse is not the business, it is the entrance. Most retailers compete for attention. More brands, more choice, more convenience, more reasons for people to walk in. Costco made a different bet. It removed choice. It removed comfort. It removed decoration. And before customers could buy anything, it asked them to pay. That decision changed the entire business. Because Costco did not begin by selling products. It began by selling permission. The membership card looks ordinary. A name, a barcode, a small piece of plastic. But it changes the relationship before the first item enters the cart. In a normal store, a customer can disappear after one purchase. At Costco, millions of people begin the year with a built-in reason to return. By the end of fiscal 2025, Costco had more than 81 million paying members, and in the United States and Canada, more than 92% renewed. That is not simply customer loyalty, it is a structural advantage. Before Costco sells a television, a mattress, or a bag of coffee, it already knows that millions of members have paid to keep the door open. That creates predictable demand, and predictable demand changes the balance of power. When Costco sits across from a supplier, it is not asking for a discount on a few products. It is offering access to millions of members who are likely to return. Costco does not fill its warehouses with endless choices. A typical warehouse carries fewer than 4,000 active products. A normal supermarket can carry many times that number. At first, this looks like a weakness. Why give customers fewer options? Why risk disappointing them? Because fewer products mean Costco can put enormous volume behind each one. One kind of olive oil, one kind of paper towel, one kind of detergent. The more demand Costco concentrates behind one product, the more power it gains in the negotiation. The supplier is not trying to win a small place on a shelf. It is trying to win access to a system capable of moving huge volumes. Costco's limited selection is not a compromise. It is concentrated power. Then the warehouse turns that power into lower cost. The concrete floors are not an accident. The pallets are not a shortcut. The giant packages are not simply the large families. They are part of a system designed to remove cost from every step. Less shelving, less unpacking, less display, less labor, less waste. Costco shifts part of the convenience from the company to the customer. The member walks farther, searches longer, loads more, carries more, stores more at home. And in return, Costco gives the member something they can see immediately: a lower price. That is why the warehouse looks unfinished. It is not unfinished. It is optimized. But a membership only works if people keep renewing it. So Costco built reasons to return everywhere. The most obvious one is outside, the gas station. To customers, it looks like a convenience. To Costco, it is a return engine. By 2025, Costco operated hundreds of fuel stations. Fuel represented roughly 1/10 of the company's net sales. That makes gasoline more than a side business. It creates another reason for a member to drive back to the same location. And once the member is there, the warehouse is waiting. A quick stop for fuel becomes a walk past televisions, seasonal products, luggage, furniture, and deals that may not be there next week. Costco calls part of this experience a treasure hunt. But the treasure hunt works because it creates uncertainty. If you see it now, buy it now, because the next time you return,
it may be gone. Costco turned limited choice into a reason to return, and that is the strange part. A company people think of as a warehouse club had quietly turned fuel into one of the strongest reasons its members kept coming back. Then, it pushed the relationship beyond the warehouse. In 2020, Costco spent about $1 billion to acquire Innovel Solutions, a company built around the final stage of delivery, the last mile, the moment a refrigerator enters a kitchen, the moment a mattress reaches a bedroom, the moment a television is carried through the front door. Why would a warehouse retailer spend $1 billion on that? Because the final mile is where a bargain can become a disappointment. A late delivery, a damaged product, a failed installation. One bad experience can make a member question the entire system. Costco did not want that moment controlled entirely by someone else. It wanted more control over the part of the business customers remember most, the moment the product becomes real. Then there is Kirkland Signature. To shoppers, Kirkland looks like Costco's cheaper brand. But Kirkland is more than a label. It is leverage. When a famous brand negotiates with Costco, it is not negotiating with an ordinary retailer. It is negotiating with a company that can replace it, not with an unknown generic product, but with a name millions of members already trust. A name that exists only inside Costco's world. Kirkland gives Costco more control over price, more control over quality, more control over supply, and one more reason for members to renew. Because a product that cannot be found outside Costco makes the membership feel less optional. But Costco did not stop at getting people to become members. It created a second level inside the system. Executive membership. A more expensive card, a higher annual fee, and a promise that sounds simple. Spend enough, and part of your money comes back. For many shoppers, it feels like a reward. But for Costco, it does something much more powerful. It identifies the members who spend the most, then gives them a reason to spend even more. By the end of fiscal 2025, Costco had about 38.7 million executive members. That was less than half of all paying members. But this smaller group generated roughly 73.6% of Costco's worldwide sales. That is the hidden imbalance inside the warehouse. Costco did not see one customer base. It saw a smaller group carrying nearly 3/4 of the entire machine. A casual member, a regular member, and a high-spending member whose annual purchases could be measured, rewarded, and encouraged to grow. The executive card is not just a premium option. It is a sorting system. It turns the biggest shoppers into the center of the business.
And it gives Costco a clearer reason to protect the deals that keep those shoppers coming back. Because when a member spends enough to earn money back, leaving Costco no longer feels like changing stores. It feels like walking away from a system already built around their habits. And then Costco follows the member outside the warehouse. Not by buying an airline, not by becoming a bank, but by using the same membership relationship in other parts of life. Costco Travel sells holidays, hotels, cruises, and rental cars. Its financial partnerships extend the Costco relationship into everyday spending. Costco does not need to own the planes, hotels, or banks. It has something more useful: a large group of paying members. That membership becomes bargaining power in travel. It becomes a bridge into financial services. And it makes the Costco card useful even when the warehouse is nowhere in sight. Every part of this system looks separate. A gas station, a food court, a pharmacy, a tire center, a travel service, a delivery network, a private label brand. But they are not random extras attached to a warehouse. They are pressure points. Each one makes membership more useful. Each one gives the customer another reason to return. And each one makes leaving slightly harder. That is why Costco is so difficult to compete with. A rival can copy a low price for a week. It can build a nicer store. It can offer more brands. It can run a bigger promotion. But Costco is not defended by one price or one product. It is defended by a loop. Membership creates return visits. Return visits create volume. Volume creates power over suppliers. Supplier power protects low prices. Low prices justify membership. And membership creates more return visits. The warehouse is only where the loop becomes visible. The world sees giant carts and bulk discounts. But behind them is a company that turned a membership card into one of the most powerful engines in retail. The card was never the product. The membership was never just a fee. And the warehouse was never the whole business. It was the entrance. Think you know the brand? Wait for the next one. The quiet system.